Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about the Amazon Luna service and the controller, and let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to unbox this guy as well as talk about the service. Let's go ahead and get to the unboxing and we can talk about the service after that. Alright, so we're here unboxing the Amazon Luna streaming service controller. I don't know if it has an official name or not, but let's go ahead and look at the side as well. It says designed for it. It's got powered by the Cloud Direct technology. It's supposed to lower the latency of it. See what's inside of the box. Right there. And then there's the controller itself and some legal stuff. And I love that because it's Amazon, they got this great packaging here. So it'd be easy to open. And then on the back it says for the love of play. So let's see how it compares to other controllers. And let's go ahead and open it up. So I should be able to just, right here, be able to, oh, no, right here. I'm not very good at this apparently, but let's go ahead and right here, just pull that. Should be it. So this opens up. All right, so you're welcome to right to the controller, which is nice. Wow. So definitely going from the PlayStation 5 controller. Let's grab that real quick. All right, so grab the PS5 controller. Going from this feel, very premium, very great controller. They've had a lot of chances to get this correct. This feels a lot cheaper. So I got this for 50 bucks. It's going to retail for 70, which is the same price as the PlayStation controller. And I'm not sure I like how this feels. For the most part, I don't like how this feels. It has the same thing as the Xbox controller where it requires AA's, and I'm assuming you can buy some type of pack just like the Xbox controller as well. They'll probably sell that separately. It's got USB-C, it's got a headphone jack. That's about it. Ooh, those triggers. So that trigger is not, yeah, that is not great. It's very, let's see if you can hear that. Hold on. So that's the sound. That's not, I don't like that at all. So the D-pad, very directional. I don't think it, I wouldn't say that you would hit both at the same time. You might. Yeah, you might. And I like the asymmetrical sticks, but the sticks themselves don't feel great. I want to say it feels like a cheap Pro controller for the Switch. It's got a layout like a Xbox controller as well with ABXY, I believe. Yeah, it's the same as the Xbox controller. It definitely feels a little bit cheaper. The grip on the back is pretty nice. I like the PlayStation 5 grip a lot more. So some tips for Amazon, if you guys watch this at all. The triggers need to be updated. I like how the PlayStation and Xbox, it feels a little bit more free than this. This is kind of guarded by how it's designed. I don't, yeah, I guess it's the depth is mostly what I'm talking about here. I like how this works. Besides that, the face buttons feel okay. They're not great. Menu buttons are pretty okay. That's a little mushy, but I guess you won't be pressing that too often. I'm not sure. D-pad is okay. I kind of like it either going with the separate buttons or going with the Xbox controller where you can round between them. I think that'll be the best options, but overall it's not a bad controller. I don't think it's worth $70. And I think that $50 is decent what I paid for it, but that's only because I'm in beta. That's my first impressions of the controller. All right, now that we have this unboxed, we can go ahead and play the service. So I played about 3 or 4 games. I played a bunch of other ones, but I only filmed a few of them. So I played Contra, I played this other shoot 'em up, R-Type I think is what it's called. I'll show some video of it in a second. And I've also played Yuku's Island Express, and I went between my desktop and my iPad, and I'll put a little indicator on which footage is what, so you guys know. The iPad has black bars around it if I show it at that resolution. If not, then I'll just indicate it. I'll make sure that they're both indicated, but right now it's only 1080p. It does have a setting in the settings for higher resolution. I'm not sure if it says directly or not. I'll put that on screen so you guys can see that. And then there's settings for the Luna controller itself. You press the button and it will tell which item you're closest to. If you bought it on Amazon with your account, it will be synced already, so it'll just know because you're logged in to Luna with your Amazon account. It'll just know which device you're trying to go to. I believe it goes to the one that you've used most recently. I didn't do too much testing on going between devices at the same time. You can use 2 devices at the same time. I'm not sure how that'll work with the controller, but my experience, if you just close the desktop app, go to the iPad, it'll just know and pop up for the iPad and just being able to use. One of the frustrations I had was not being able to use the controller outside of games. So even on the desktop where it should be supported, I understand the iPad a little bit, but on the desktop, for some reason, you can't use the controller to navigate the menus of each game or to select the survey that they give you after each game on if it was good or not. That might be just a beta feature for the survey, so that might go away later on. But for right now, it's in beta. And so one of the feedbacks I would give is being able to use the controller as much as possible so that I don't have to put the controller down, change the keyboard and mouse, or tap the screen. Or I can just use the controller and be able to access all the menus, even outside of games. And another feature I'd like to see is maybe some type of quick resume or quick restart if you're switching devices, being able to, like where I left off recently. I get it that you can't leave that open all the time, but if it's like leave it within 15 minutes or something so that I can go between the computer and then on my iPad or any other device that supports it. So the iPad one is through a browser. Android has a native app, but the iPad and iPhone do not. So I used the preferred method for them. So I'm using it as like the web app that they suggest you save it as. It saves it as pretty much just a bookmark to the website. It is cool that they're able to work around Apple's restriction of streaming services on the App Store by making it a little icon on the home screen so that you can just get to it quickly. And so for the most part, I had great experience. I'm going to show some video right now of my desktop and then my iPad experience with the different games and being able to switch between them with games like Yoko's Island Express. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but let me know down in the comments if I said that wrong. But where I was able to go between the two after I saved. I did lose some of the progress because I didn't save when I canceled it out of, and you'll notice that if you pay attention with the fruit up in the corner of going between the desktop and the iPad version. But I was able to at least get to the last time I saved and back to where I was, and then able to continue on with the story. So that was a pretty good experience. So let's go ahead and look at that footage now. Alright, so you've seen some gameplay footage and the survey that they give you after each gameplay. I also filled out an email survey, and like I said it before, this is all in beta, so hopefully some of this improves for frame rate and the resolution that is streaming to us. But for the most part, I like the controller. I like the experience. The controller could be a little bit better, but I think they'll do some iterations of it as long as the service stays alive. And we can also see some more features added, like sound and the resolution that I mentioned before. But for the most part, I actually enjoy this more than other streaming services. I haven't used xCloud yet, but I would definitely into that. I didn't check out Stadia because I had to buy games, and I didn't feel like I wanted to buy games on a service that may not be around as long as it needs to be for me to feel like I actually paid for the game and not being able to own them. But this way, I'm just paying a short little fee. It's $6.99 right now, and it's going to go up to $10 once the beta's over. So it's about as much as xCloud and the Game Pass would be. I guess that's $15 a month, but you also get a little bit more with that, with it being on Xbox, PC, and a streaming service. So overall, I think this is a good example of how to jump into gaming streaming and being able to get off and running. I know that there'll be some channels added, so like Ubisoft might come out and make a channel inside of Amazon Luna so that you can play their games, and that'll be an additional cost, but at least you're not paying for each game individually that we know of so far. So this is a beta. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this video about Amazon Luna, and like this video if you liked it, dislike if you don't, hit the subscribe button and then turn bell notification on so you get notified when we upload new videos. Links will be down in the description for my Twitch page. I'm starting to get back into a regular schedule so that we can talk and play video games, and there's a new Apex Legends season out, so go ahead and check down in the description for that link. My stream schedule will be on my panels or the about section. There's also links to a bunch of other stuff that you guys can check out and explore: Twitter, merch, Amazon affiliate links, bunch of other stuff down in the description if you guys want to check that out. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.